Guess what day it is?
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
Showtime!
Showtime!
Vol Nation, stand up. It's time to represent the 865. No limits, no strings attached. It's just us and Tennessee sports. You are now listening to the League of Their Own. Now here is your host, Josh Snyder.
What's up, guys? Your boy Josh with the League of Their Own, and welcome to today's show. We have a few things to go over today. Yes, we're going to talk about the Bryce Thompson situation, and we're going to also talk about the spread for the game on Saturday. A few days away until it's game day, until it's officially football time in Tennessee. The summer heat is dwindling down, and the fall weather is slowly moving in, so we can get back to football, get back to the real world.
You stupid.
I guess we can say. Because football just makes the world go round. We're going to jump into our first segment here. But first, this first segment is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an amazing app that helps you find tickets in the easiest way possible. Click the link in our description. Use the promo code LOTTO, L-O-T-O, to receive $20 off your first purchase. And with that being said, let's move on to the first segment of the show. So the big topic coming out of this past weekend was the Bryce Thompson incident. And for those who don't know, Bryce Thompson has been charged with domestic assault. And I'm going to go ahead and read the police report details from Vols 247. Now, apparently they obtained the police report. This is not from us. This is not from the police station themselves, but this is from Vols 247. And before I begin on this, I want to first say, we do not condone any physical or verbal abuse on male or female, and we're not going to take sides in this situation. We're not going to be on his side. We're not going to be on her side. It's all he said, she said right now, and we don't know the full details. I wasn't there. I'm assuming you weren't there. The only people that were there that know what happened were the two that were involved and the police that obtained the reports. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and go further on here. We're going to touch on this quick and simple. And so we can get past this. So I'm going to go ahead and read what Vols 247 posted here from their updated police report details. Thompson, in summary, he was in an argument with his girlfriend and made two threats. One was to slap the out of her, and the other was to shoot up the school. Thompson also admitted to breaking a metal gate at the end of the hallway of the dorm building. He denied making any threats or making any physical contact with her. And she told police she couldn't remember the entirety of what had occurred between the two, as it was a stressful, violent situation. But did mention Thompson has punched walls in their past arguments and has a temper. One witness heard the two threats and the gate crashing noise and said he saw Thompson. Another witness heard the slapping threat and the crash, and another heard yelling and the school threat. Neither saw Thompson, but ID'd him. None of the witnesses claim to have seen any physical contact with Thompson and his girlfriend. The report says Thompson was taken into custody and charged with domestic assault because he caused the girlfriend to reasonably fear imminent bodily injury. So, tough situation for Bryce Thompson. Now, he obviously is suspended indefinitely. His court date is set for September the 3rd. Obviously, he's not going to be there for the first game because, first off, he's suspended, and his court date's not till September the 3rd, now, which is after the first game. Now, I don't expect to see him for several weeks, depending on how this goes. We don't know if she'll continue to press charges or how it's going to play out. Like I said, we're not on his side, we're not on her side. So that's for the court to rule on who gets what and all that good stuff. So, tough situation for him, but, you put yourself in those type of situations, you got to deal with the repercussions. But, that's just touching on the Bryce Thompson situation. Obviously, this isn't the first incident we've had in Tennessee. There's probably been a long track record of issues like this at Tennessee going back, but we're not going to get into those either. So, but that's just the touch on the Bryce Thompson situation. I don't expect to see him for a while. Now, if she does not press charges or something happens to where he's cleared to play or whatever, I still think the school threat is going to cause him some issues. Now, with times like this, and I don't want to get too political with it, with times like this, with the mass shootings that recently happened, you can't say that stuff out loud at a university, Bryce. I mean, you just got to think. But I think that'll get, if she does not press charges, I think that will get him in deeper hot water there. And I don't know if the university decides to rule on that or if the court will, but I don't know. Time will tell. So that's just the Bryce Thompson situation in a nutshell. We're not going to touch on it anymore. If he comes back and he's cleared and you know, the charges were dropped, there was something, then great. But if he continues to go through the court and he's convicted and he goes, hey, put yourself in those situations, man. Then, you know, by all means, feel, you know, hey, it is what it is. But, all right, moving on to segment 2. This is going to be a short show, by the way. I didn't want to touch on that Bryce Thompson situation for very long because we don't want to start an uproar. I understand there's victims, and I understand there's people that have been accused, and that really didn't happen. They said they were accused, and then they didn't do anything. And then you got the victim who, so we're split down the middle here. So we're not taking any sides. Again, we're not taking any sides. So let's move on to segment 2. Segment 2 is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook. All you have to do is go to audibletrial.com/Lotto Podcast and download your free audiobook. And then guess what? You can cancel and you still get to keep the book. A book that I highly, highly recommend is called Sky and the One Republic. If you like the sci-fi thrillers, this is the book to go get. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Again, audibletrial.com/Lotto Podcast. On this section, we're going to talk about the spread and if the Georgia State Panthers will cover. So if you're a betting man or a betting gal, then this might be for you, but we're just going to run through this very, very quickly. Obviously, the spread right now is Tennessee by 26. Is favored by 26 points, but the predicted score is 33-13. So therefore, Georgia State Panthers will cover the spread. Now, we're gonna give you some interesting stats here from both of these teams. Georgia State is 0-5 in their last 5 games played on a Saturday. Well, that's just an interesting stat. Georgia State is 1-4 in their last 5 games played in Week 1. And let's see, what is their Georgia State is 0-4-1 in their last 5 games when playing as the underdog. Let's shift over to Tennessee and their weird stats here, I guess. Well, that was, I guess, for Georgia State, but Tennessee is 7-0 in their last 7 games when played in August. That's a nice one. Tennessee is 2-7 in their last 9 games when playing as the favorite. That one's a little scary. So we're 2-7 in their last 9 games when playing as the favorite. Tennessee is 1-5 in their last 6 games at home. That's bad. Tennessee is 6-14 in their last 20 games. Yowzers. So there you go. Those are some stats from Georgia State and Tennessee. As far as the weather looking like on that day, 92 degrees, 54% humidity, 10% precipitation, cloud cover 7%, wind 4 miles an hour. Typical East Tennessee day, unless it changes, and you know how Tennessee weather is bipolar. It might change. Now, my score that I have Tennessee, I have them winning 42-14. So kind of almost falls in with that line of the 33-13 of what OddsSharks has, but 42-14. I feel like Georgia State is gonna score a few times. We're still gonna be shaky. We're still gonna be figuring things out on the fly, and we'll win pretty handedly. But you know, obviously, we're gonna learn in this first game who we are, even though this opponent is not the greatest. But again, don't ever take your opponents for granted. So yeah, so I got it 42-14 there. So, but that has been it for today's show. We talked about Bryce Thompson. We went a little bit over the spread here and even the dang weather. So this is a quick show for you guys. We'll be back on game day. That's right, on game day before the game. We're going to go live. We're going to get everybody fired up. Everybody's going to come in, chit-chat, and do their score predictions, all that good stuff, live on Saturday, okay? We're going to do that on Saturday. And as far as the layouts for the show, we're going to do a show in the middle of the week on Wednesdays, and then we're going to go live on game days. So Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays we'll do our normal breakdown of the previous game, and then we'll give our prediction for the next game and talk about any other news. And then Saturday we'll go live, we'll get everybody hyped up, get their scores, get their predicted scores. We'll go live before the game and then after the game. If we get beat, we'll do a how do you feel session, and then if we win, we'll still do a how do you feel session. So we're going to continue to do that this year, but stay tuned to the League of Their Own. Like and share this, guys, wherever you want to share it. I don't care if you don't share it. If you just like listening to my voice, then amazing. Great. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you guys on Saturday, which is game day. And I can't wait because orange is going to be decked out all over my body. I might even go get a spray tan, like an orange spray tan, but I don't know yet. But guys, this has been Josh with League of Their Own. And as always, go Vols.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching the League of Their Own. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, watch our latest upload, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for our random giveaways.